Hi, आप देख रहे हैं Zoom. Most women do find me attractive because of the
stand apart because of
the
that.
unkempt, rough masculinity that sort of thrives in because of the roles I've also played. There's a certain something about my eyes which is nice. I think Ranbir has all the dynamics of being a star because of the way he conducts himself, the way he looks. He's the star from our generation because he's the one who started breaking into this mold of being a young star. I think Salman Bhai corrected me. He said, you need to learn how to sit on a bike properly because Ishaq Zada, there were a couple of moments where it looked like I'm going to fall off the bike for him.
Hi Arjun.
Hi.
We've reached a terrific 10th year of Zoom.
Congratulations.
What are your thoughts?
I'm glad I'm part of at least the last 3 years of the 10.
Yeah, absolutely. And you watch Zoom too, right?
I watch. I do. I confess. I'm an avid viewer and I was even before I became an actor. So I'm very, very happy that
Love
it's
you for
survived 10
that.
years. I hope you can add another 0 to it and make it 100.
Awesome. So we are calling ourselves Terrific 10. I'm going to ask you 10 questions.
आप लग रही हो 10 on 10 तो
and I want terrific answers.
अच्छा चलिए मैंने आपकी तारीफ की she has ignored it.
Oh, I didn't hear.
I said you're looking 10 on 10 so you can ask me any 10 questions.
Thank you so much. Okay, if you were to go back 10 years, what would you change about your life?
I would play a sport.
You would play a sport as an
I would start pursuing a sport very seriously so I become healthier and fitter and I would have the inbuilt mechanism of a sportsman, the athleticism and the will to win, you know, that competitiveness.
Right,
so I would pursue it wholeheartedly. 10 years back I would have been about, the 10 years of maybe I would be 18, maybe even slightly before that actually. Just about finishing school, I would like to pursue a sport genuinely.
What do women find sexy about Arjun Kapoor?
Ask the women, Baba.
Come on, you would know.
I don't know.
I mean, what kind of compliments do they give you?
I think definitely the stubble helps. Most women do find me attractive because of the
stand apart because of
the
that.
unkempt, rough masculinity that sort of thrives in because of the roles I've also played. But I think mostly whatever I've been told is the eyes. So
the intensity.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain something about my eyes which is nice.
Hope you got that.
And sense of humor, I hope.
Yeah.
वो तो लड़कियाँ कम ही बोलती है लेकिन वही होगा मैं हंसाते सबको हंसाते रहता हूँ.
From your generation of the younger actors, who would you rate really high on hotness quotient? Which actor?
From our generation, as in my generation.
Yeah, your generation.
Hotness. In terms
I mean, really good personality, like a good package.
I think Ranbir has all the dynamics of being a star because of the way he conducts himself, the way he looks, how he doesn't try too hard to look a certain way. So those are all the trappings of being cool and hot and whatever you want to describe it as. और कौन है हमारी generation में? I think I love the fact that people like Ranveer and Varun dress the way they want, behave the way they want.
I mean, Ranveer Singh and
Varun Dhawan. I think they carry their emotions on their shoulders and they wear their heart on their sleeves. So it's nice to be like that. I think that's what makes them attractive as people also. So they have great personalities in terms of their energies are visible. It's not a facade. They're not trying. They are the
comfortable being who they are.
And they flaunt it without being worried about being judged, which is a very nice quality to have.
Right. And on performance, who do you rate really high? Which actor?
My generation.
Yeah.
Definitely Ranbir. I think he's been an inspiration to our entire generation in that sense. He's made bold choices in terms of roles. He's worked with good people. He's always delivered regardless of the fate of the film. So Ranbir is definitely, I think, somebody that we all look up to in terms of trying to emulate him. I always keep explaining to people that he's the star from our generation because he's the one who started breaking into this mold of being a young star. So he's definitely somebody I look up to.
He's a star actor that...
Correct, which I aspire to be as well. So in that sense, definitely Ranbir is somebody who encourages, if he can make bold choices, so should we.
Right. As an actress, who's high on like hotness quotient, personality?
So many, I mean, listen, honestly, I've grown up being a Kareena Kapoor fan, so it doesn't matter what generation she's from. For me, she's my...
It's Kareena Kapoor for you.
It's just because I've been a fan of her work and the person that she is, and I've known her for years. I think she's just so... She's the perfect star. She doesn't care about... She's just so comfortable being a star. And, you know, she doesn't flaunt it, but she is. She knows she is. So for me, Kareena's always been... I think Deepika just the way because of the grace and elegance she has. So many, yeah. For me, I mean, I love Anushka's nonchalance also. The fact that she's from an outside perspective, she's come in, she's herself, and she's comfortable. Stardom can mean a lot of different things. For me, I think I feel people like Deepika, Kareena, they define being a star. Still being a woman and a girl, and being able to conduct yourself very nicely. So.
On performance, who do you rate really high? Which actress?
Performance again,
Kareena.
Fan, so
it stops there for you, right?
No, see, the thing is, for me, I was a certain age when she made a debut. So, you know, she's left an impression. I was about 12 or 13 when she started working. So, you know, it was a very impressionable age for me. She's been part of my life literally in the last 14, 15 years. I think Deepika's evolution has been fantastic. Priyanka's always been great. It's very difficult to pinpoint from our generation also. I love Anushka as an actor. I'm dying to work with her for that reason. Obviously, today, undoubtedly, Alia is amazing, untapped potential.
Absolutely.
But I think she's so raw yet that it would be wrong for me to compare her to people who've achieved a bit
way too
more.
soon.
So there are a lot of them.
Any actor whose work you really envy?
Envy,
and I wish I had those qualities.
I think Hrithik Roshan, everybody envies her just for being Mr. Perfect. I can only imagine the kind of dedication that man has. I've seen it in Arjun Kapoor growing up, and I think after that it's been Hrithik Roshan in terms of the perfection, dedication, giving it 1000%. Even when you've put in 2000, then put in some 3000% more.
Perfectionist,
I can only imagine how hard he works to get up in the morning to put that effort the whole day. Because it's a very tiring profession. I mean, honestly, we smile and joke around and fool around. Making a film or doing action or doing an intense film, it takes a toll on you emotionally,
You've done
physically.
That, you know
Yes, all of us. I mean, anybody who's done a film knows the experience in itself is very exhausting emotionally, mentally, physically. And he does that time and time again, and he invests that effort all for one film at a time. He's amazing. I envy him for the work ethic that he has.
One date you would love to forget, you'd want to forget?
One date?
Yeah, one date. Any time in your past.
I've not been on too many dates.
Really?
No.
Come on.
The concept of dating in India is quite contrived that way. ना है नहीं. मैं अगर ले जाऊँ लड़की को बातचीत भी करने, तो Zoom के कैमरास वहाँ पहुँच जाएंगे और कहेंगे मिलिए अर्जुन कपूर की नई गर्लफ्रेंड से.
That's now you become a star. That's different. But there was a phase in your life when you weren't a star. And I'm sure you were dating girls, right?
No, that time girls were not dating.
One praise and one criticism that you'll never forget.
I've said this a million times. I hate saying it, but इशक ज़ादे रिलीज हो गई थी कुछ महीना भर हो गया था 2 महीने हो गए थे. It was out on DVD and I got a bouquet of flowers with a handwritten letter. So I opened it, I read it, and there was a signature, and it says Bachchan. So I assumed that it was Abhishek or Shweta. I messaged Abhishek, and he said, "I've not seen the film." So I thought it's Shweta. I impulsively said, "Yes, Shweta." I called her and I said, "Thank you so much for the flowers, and I'm so glad you liked it. I didn't know you were so touched." She said, "No, I'm not in town. I've been meaning to see your film, but it must be Pa." And at that moment, my phone fell from my hand literally because I realized Amit ji has liked our film. He's seen it. He's written a hand. It's there in my safe. It's actually the only thing that is in my safe at home. It's a handwritten letter by Amit ji. With flowers that he sent. He spoke to Pariniti and me and Habib sir, but I spoke to him I messaged him immediately and he's called me back. And he gave me the respect of feeling like an actor. For the first time, I felt like I'm an actor. That moment. उसके बाद सब हंसी मजाक था, I was still getting 2 महीने हुए थे. Everybody was praising you and you were saying, अच्छा हाँ ये भी है. I've grown up here. That was the moment where I realized, boss, you've been given credibility. आपको एक दर्जा दिया गया. Amitabh Bachchan has sent you a handwritten letter. It doesn't happen. And I think Alia received it recently also, and she felt the same way after Highway. That's something that I'll hold on to. Just for the fact that he's encouraged me and made me realize it's worth it to put that effort. Sometimes just one person giving you that encouragement
makes a world of difference.
The criticism I faced lots here, and I try and learn from them. Some people have spoken about I speak too fast in films. कई बार clarity नहीं आती. कई बार आप words खा जाते हो बीच में. Sometimes when you're doing a scene, आप 25-30 takes करो अलग-अलग एंगल से डायरेक्ट एक आध यूज करते हो जहाँ पे क्लैरिटी नहीं हो. मेरी एक आदत है मैं बात करते-करते लाइन ड्रॉप कर देता हूँ. मैं तुमसे कह रहा हूँ मैं आ जाऊँगा. तो आ जाऊंगा कई बार सुनाई हाँ भाई it just it goes.
Yeah.
So I make an effort to make sure I don't drop the lines. Yeah. That's a criticism I've got from a few people, which I'm very open to. But criticism मुझे एक जन का याद नहीं. My father had told me in my first film, so I remember the talking bit.
Is he your toughest critic? He like looks at your films very closely, your father?
No, he noticed it and he said, see, you're going to be doing this for a long time.
Right.
People should understand what you're saying so they know the story. Your dialogues are a medium for people to understand. The more clear you are, the better it is. I think Salman Bhai corrected me. He said, you need to learn how to sit on a bike properly, because Ishaqzadeh, there were a couple of moments where it looked like I'm going to fall off the bike for him. He caught onto it, so he had told me.
That's a nice observation,
So it was I didn't know how to ride a bike before Ishaqzadeh. I learned it on set, which nobody.
Given your image, I would really think that you were like a guy who rides a bike.
मैं तो leather jacket पहन के बस घर के बाहर wait करता था bike के बगल में. कभी bike चलाता नहीं था. No, my family was very apprehensive about letting me ride bikes, which most families are actually. Not that I didn't have a desire, but I wasn't allowed. But for Ishaqzadeh, I learned how to ride, but I was riding a very difficult bike. A Yazdi is not manufactured anymore.
Okay.
वो किसी दूध वाले की बाइक थी लखनऊ में जो हबीब सर ने खरीद के मेरे हाथ में थमा दी थी. It used to never go up beyond 30. It didn't start on its own. It had a major kickback problem when you started it used to kick back. So a lot of factors were there, and I was still getting comfortable with the bike. So Salman Bhai had noticed that when he saw the film, he said, "तू bike चलाना ठीक से सीख, नहीं तू ठीक से सीख ले, वो दिख जाता है." Which I learned. Then I think औरंगजेब में एक scene था, गुंडे में था, 2 States में था. Whenever I've had to ride a bike, I've been very comfortable. So small things like that. And anything the audience says, if a person is paying money,
so open to criticism.
100%. Nobody is perfect. We're still learning. If you have paid money to watch our film, and if you feel I can do something better, sir, awesome.
How is Arjun Kapoor after 10 drinks?
After 10 drinks?
Yeah. What are you like?
Ask my friends.
But are you funny? Are you emotional? Are you like, people react differently?
I dance a lot.
You dance a lot?
If I'm drinking, then I dance because I like dancing.
Yeah.
And especially Hindi.
You dance to any number?
कहता हूँ ना रायता music जो ये word रणवीर और मैंने famous कर दिया रायता mix.
What is रायता mix?
वो कोई भी हिंदी पे जैसे चीची भैया के गाने या पुराने My Name is Lakhan. Yeah. But वो it could be आनंद फानन से लेके मैं तो रास्ते से जा रहा था से लेके मैं खिलाड़ी तू अनाड़ी ओ जाने जाना all that like going in for us what is retro no
that retro
एक होता है कि 70 का retro है हमारे लिए 90s भी retro
exactly so
that retro then I freak out to Hindi music I dance a lot.
If you had one night and you had a choice of $1 million that you could get or a one night stand with a woman of your choice, what would you pick?
Woman of my choice, obviously. Companionship for a night is more important than having money to spend. पैसे थोड़ी ना साथ में लेके जाएगा.
Absolutely.
That experience might be more important than all the money in the world.
If I give you 10 rupees right now, how would you spend it?
Unfortunately, उसकी कोई value नहीं है आजकल हिंदुस्तान में.
Something you can buy.
I would maybe buy a flower and give it back to you.
Oh, so sweet. Okay, if you had 10 minutes right now to live, what would you do in those 10 minutes?
I would go hug my sister. I would inform my father. And I would just go be with my near and dear ones. Not do too much. I mean, the time to do is over then. That means you've got only 10 minutes.
Super, Arjun. Thank you so much for joining us in the celebration. It was great having you.
Thank you so much.